Yeah, I've done it.
Would you like to introduce us to the round?
What round is it? Round 3, round 4?
Round 4 now.
Alright, so Wednesday night, racing club or racing league? Yeah, Wednesday night race club.
Yeah.
God, I'm back at work. This is round, did we say 3?
5, whatever. We're at Russia, that's all
Yeah,
that
we're at
matters.
Russia. We're on simulation damage, realistic car performance and strict corner cutting. And it's going to be interesting seeing qualifying who ends up closer to the Silverstone track than the Sochi race track with all the invalidations that can go on around here.
100%. We've had a couple of days of practice, obviously, up into Wednesday, and the penalty count has been extreme in the race, and there's been a lot of invalidations, even from myself yesterday on my second of 3 runs. Turns
Every
one,
single turn, turn.
But turns 2 and 3 is deadly for penalties and invalidations.
Oh yeah. So, my other league that I was in was racing here last night. I had to miss that because of work, but so I've had no practice whatsoever. Because our league race was here this week as well.
It's a great track. It's actually one of my favourite tracks. It's a track, if you get it right, it's one of the best flowing tracks on the calendar, in my opinion. You're right, there's a lot of opportunities of invalidations, that's for sure.
But we're on full quali, so quali 1 is about the top 15 getting through. We'll lose 5 drivers if we have 20 drivers. And it is 18 minutes long. So it's just about getting through in the top 15, but on a realistic car performance, the Williams, the Alfa Romeo and the Haas might struggle with the 2 big long straights that they have here in Russia. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with setups, even though we won't find out what they do with helps.
I jumped in the Haas last night, which is my car, on a Thursday, and we did realistic practice. The difference in speed down the straight is very noticeable. I had a Renault behind me. I was deploying everything I had. And there was no point. I should have just left everything off. Well, he still absolutely blasted past me.
Well, I believe the difference in the Williams and the Merc down the straight is 5 miles an hour at the top end. 5 miles an hour is a lot. DRS doesn't even make that up.
Yeah, well, it's just how they get there as well. You're hitting 200, 10 mile an hour before the Williams does. I think that's the biggest issue, is the speed of getting to the top end.
Mm-hmm. I don't have my tablet, so I can't exactly take you around the names of the corners.
No, that's okay. Just to let everybody know who's watching into the stream that actually, unfortunately, due to a violation last week, Mini Smoke does have a quali ban, so we'll be starting last in that Mercedes.
He's still learning though. He's an academy driver, I like to call him, but he's doing his best. And today we are joined by Camboy, Hegster, the Wolverine, Milker, Liam, new driver. Liam, welcome to the grid. Gorm, Dave, Jim, Clayton, Stoffer Van Dorn, Forsman, Babsy, Shaggy, Perla, Pineapple, Limbish.
Am I seeing droplets of rain, or am I seeing something there?
No, that is rain. No, I don't know actually. It might just be the flash of the reflection from the grandstand.
It is the flash of the reflection. Yeah, I think it's I think if whatever you do, you want to get out. So who's this first car coming out?
I don't know. I'm still finishing who's going. It's PDMB 777.
It is.
We'll have to come up with some sort of nickname for him. We're also joined by Matt Dixon Park and Mr. Adult Webcam Chat Man. Who's at his home country for his fat brides. You don't be called Dominican and don't own an adult chat site. I don't know who you're watching because you've got control of the stream.
No, that's okay. So I think it's only fair for the first one who goes out to be rewarded with us seeing them on the first hot lap. I will skip through the drivers right now, but I am going to jump back on board with Nick PDN at the start of his flying lap in the Alpha Tauri.
Right, I'm just going to turn my race volume down so I don't have too much noise in my background.
No worries. So over the last couple of practices, the person who's really stood out for me has been Dave in the Mercedes. There's been a couple of races where he's made poor decisions, either in qualifying or in racing strategy or safety cars. As his team manager, as the Mercedes team manager, I've had a word.
Right.
He knows not to do it again.
The problem I find with Dave, I think Dave,
sorry.
He nails Q1 and Q2, stuffs up in Q3.
Pressure.
That's what Dave's problem's been lately. Nails
No, I
Q1
agree.
and Q2, stuffs up in Q3.
Well, you know, it was his bladder in Q1 on Brazil. Q3 in Brazil is what he said to me, and it was damp, wet. Well, it was interest to wet, wasn't it? He didn't go out quick enough.
Fair enough.
Right, so we're on board with Nick PDN. He's coming around the penultimate corner now, onto the first flying lap in tonight's WNRC race here at Russia Autodrome.
And he's invalidated already for cutting too much of the first last corner going into the straight.
Oh my god. Right, so who's behind? Is
There's
it
going to be a Renault
of Shaggy Doo?
It is Shaggy Doo.
Shaggy Doo for me joined last year and has been one of the best improving drivers over the last 3 to 4 months. He's joined TNRC, he's in WNRC's racing 3 times a week, and I think that's really helped him. So let's see how he gets on down here now into turns 2 and 3.
Yep. Like I said, easy to invalidate there. Now we take round the long swooping flat out turn 4. In the wet, it's a bit of a lift, but that's in the wet. We're not in the wet just yet. Into turn 5, make sure you don't put too much on the inside or the outside, because you will invalidate. Into turn 6, make sure you take some curb, but not too much, because obviously the invalidation is a joke. Little turn 7, completely ignore that. It's not really a corner. Into turn 8, keep it round. Don't go too wide. You'll invalidate. Turn 9, don't take too much on the inside. Your car will go flying into the wall opposite, because your car will get airborne. You take this right hand nice and slow into the DRS zone, which is the drag reduction system where the rear wing, I don't have control of the camera so I can't show the rear wing, so I'm still doing it on mine, which opens up and gives you extra kilometers an hour down the straight. And then we'll come into the I can't say that word, whatever it is, into sector 3. It's that little tight weird chicane.
Oh, this corner's difficult now.
Yeah, now watch out for the crest here. The crest can send your car off balance and your rear end can go off in this right hander. And then we'll hit the final 2 sections, final 2 corners. Both right-handers. And then the start-finish line straight over the last corner. And a 33.7 from Shaggy Doo. Ain't too bad, and we're completely misled. And right behind him with 33.2.
Yeah, he was pulling him in actually throughout the lap when I was on board. So great, fantastic lap there by Slaytonator. And unsure if they're racing here, just making a point. Having a little race against each other. Nice.
Slaytonator was just being cheeky and getting the slipstream. I'll have that, thank you very much, down the straight.
I'm on board with Stoffex now, who's coming up to his final part of the lap.
Well, Matt Dixon's done a 132.6, which has put him at the minute in first place. As Stoff does 136.6. Which is not a bad lap. Not a bad lap.
No, it's a good lap.
Everyone on the soft tyres. Soft tyres being the red wall tyre, which is the quickest tyre.
If anybody goes on the mediums in Q1, I am raising a steward's report.
Well,
why on earth would you do that?
Well, to be honest, if you're in a Haas or a Williams and you're struggling to get through Q2 anyway, might be worth a shot to save a set of soft tyres.
It's a one-stop track though, isn't it, really, on a 50% race? Even
oh yeah, no, what I'm saying, like in Q2, if you're on a Williams Haas and you're already struggling out as it is and you know you're going to be on a set of softs, use a set of mediums in Q1 to get through. Save a set of softs for Q3 if you get through. Or for the race, if the safety car comes out.
No, very good possibility. It's a big delta difference here. When I checked yesterday, it was a 1.2 delta difference between the soft and the mediums, which is one of the highest, I think, across the calendar.
The one what I find which is bigger here is the overcut. You can pit 2 laps later and you're still gaining like half a second on the car that pitted 2 laps earlier. Each lap.
So I'm just on board with Rabs now, who's coming up to the final part of the lap.
Rabsy.
He's ran out of VRS management, so he hasn't done... Here, you need to turn it off in a couple of corners just to get it all the way to the end. How's he get on?
I leave it in the final chicanes. You know, that last little... He did a 33.3. A 33.337. You have to spoil it with the 7.
Oh, so we've got a purple sector from Wolverine there in sector 1.
The X-Man.
Jumping on board in a Williams driver.
Oh yeah, he's not in Renault this week. What's happened here? Why has he moved teams?
I think Wolverine's a reserve for WNRC, isn't he?
I don't know. He's been in the Renault
does
last
move
few
across
weeks.
the cars.
Oh no, Van Dorn Shaggy. He's in a Renault on Thursdays, isn't he? Oh, he's invalidated.
Oh, he's invalidated.
And
why? Who's that behind him?
That's Forsman.
Let's have a look. Where's he crashed?
Oh, he's put it pit wall.
Let me just have a look at Camboy. Let's be on board, see if we can see the damage.
I'm on the Red Bull because he's going to go past him on the right hand side.
He is.
Oh, he's
the
gone,
car's
he's gone.
disappeared.
But yeah, he was in the pit wall. He was
Do
definitely
you know
in the
what?
pit
It's
wall.
a tricky pit. You can attack it too aggressive.
That's a little catch pit.
Okay, so
37 miles an hour
on
pit
board
lane.
with now.
Well, I'm
on board
now.
now.
Oh, I need to invite Hegster back. Hegster's left. Let's get Hegster back in here.
Okay. Okay, Dave has just started his first flying lap in the Mercedes AMG. I'm going to stay on board as he's my employee.
Yeah, you would do that.
Let's
yeah,
see how he gets on.
See, this is the thing about me. I weren't biased to anyone.
I'm not biased. Yeah, I am. But again, we've been on a lot. So 33.4 is not a purple sector. Taking the corners very nicely.
Yeah, I just kept it well within track limits. Oh, pushing it a bit there. Anyway, coming to the second DRS straight. Only 2 DRS zones in Russia, I believe. Start finish straight, and whatever this straight is, which is not a straight because there's a big massive turn in it. But it is a purple sector 2 for 1 minute 5.3 at sector 2. I have a weird line going through it. I take the first corners tight and then I open up the second bit to get more speed out of both of them. Just my line.
I do. No, I do as well, actually.
Catch a lot of people out though because they don't expect you to do it.
Yeah, if they're right behind you, you're braking a bit early, aren't you?
Yeah.
To get deep. Sorry, to get tight on the first. Let's have a look what he's got.
32.6 P2. It's behind
Well
that
done,
Dixon
Dave,
by
good boy.
500ths of a lap.
I'm jumping on board with Wolverine, who had to scrap his first flying lap.
He's probably the next Williams round. Oh, this is not looking great. We're looking at about 1-4, and that looked a bit much. Yeah, 134.8. 6th and 11th. Right, so
On board with Colm now, who's another Williams driver, coming up to the end of the lap.
yep, and he's gone slower than Wolverine. 7 tenths down Wolverine from the second sector, so this is not looking great. This could be a 135.2 unless he nails this last sector, which he has. Absolutely nailed it.
Very, very good.
So Wolverine had a massive moment in the last sector then where he lost time. All I can explain for that. Because he was 7 tenths faster than Cole.
Yeah, he's gone again, and he's 3 tenths up in sector 1 is Wolverine, so maybe he's just building up the car. He's already got his fuel light on though. Will he have enough to actually get all the way back round again?
Well, the fuel light usually comes on at 0.5, so when you get to this part of the track, you need about 0.2, so it's going to be close.
It will be.
Oh, okay, he's done a 1 minute 7 now. Okay, am I getting my second sector time? Oh, he's gone wide. Oh, he's gone wide.
He weren't taking your tight line there, was he?
No, definitely not. I take a tight line for this one as well.
One.
I take this first one dead tight so you can open up the second one as well.
So, whilst that time's going to be a bit down, looks like he's coming in. I'm going to jump on board with Liam, who I would say, out of all the 3 servers, is probably in the top 3 fastest drivers. So he can really get that Alfa Romeo high up the grid today.
I've never seen him race. This is his first time for me on a Wednesday.
So, if you ever add him as a friend, let's just say it'll be him and Sink Kiziato at the top of the leaderboards. On every single one. I know TT doesn't reference pace, but it gives you a good indication. Very good race driver. Really keen to see how he gets on today in the Alfa Romeo. He's reserving as team manager for his team.
To me, his lines are good. His racing lines are very good.
Yeah. Oh, Parker. Sorry, Parker.
Yeah, he doesn't really care about your parking line. Oh, I need to try and save some food for when I get to work, but stuff it.
Nice lines again, very smooth. I think we could be looking in the practices in the Alfa Romeo. He was getting 33.2s, 33.3s in the Alfa Romeo. So let's see what he gets right now.
This is a 33, 33.1, 6th and 5th. That should be safe, I reckon.
I think so.
I think,
who else is on?
I think we're looking at about a 33.7 for the bubble. For P15. I believe. I can't see us going any further than that. The next car round
Yeah.
the Haas. I think it's more Sullivan.
So I'm on board now.
1 minute 62, the second sector, in the final corner, and sets a 1:33.3. It's a decent lap from the Haas, man.
It
Not a
is,
bad
yeah.
lap at
The Haas
all.
is not a bad car. The Haas is an okay car in the slow speed corners. It's
Are you
just,
kidding
this
me?
is where I like the Haas. I had
Yeah.
the Haas all last year, so maybe I just got used to it, but down this straight, you have to use so much of your ERS just to stay still compared to the drivers around you.
I did a realistic car performance in a Haas around China, 100% race. The car wouldn't turn. The car just would not turn.
Oh yeah, you have to. For me, I have to up my wings to a ridiculous amount to make it feel any good. So who else is out there then? Let's have a look. Is Jim on another lap? He's
Letting
invalidated.
invalidated. Now for Tower behind him, but I think that's Parker coming in. There it is. So the next car ends an Alfa Romeo, which I believe is Jim. But he's invalidated. He has invalidated.
So how long's left of this session? 5 minutes. You're looking here. You've got Smokes who can't set a lap. Forsman's out.
So there's only
So
two
extra
drivers
Wolverine.
that can upset Wolverine on Jim.
Wolverine and Eggster are back out on out laps at the moment.
Liam thinks he's safe. Which I think he is, to be honest.
I'm on board with Hegster now. He's one of the drivers who has yet to set a time. He's on an out lap, so I'm going to stick on board with Hegster for his flying lap. It's all or nothing now at this stage, I think, unless he's overfueled and he might be able to get 2 runs in.
Well, it depends. If he thinks he's stuffed it up that much, he can box now, but he's on an out lap, so I don't know why he'd think that. Car in front of him going into the pit, so it's not a problem. Gives him space.
And here we go. He should be getting that into the 32s, that pink Mercedes. Hegster's an okay driver. He started with S2RD4 right at the beginning. Been in and out of it a little bit, but he's come back now after work commitments, so his pace has been coming back to him each race.
Well, I'll tell you what, Slater has fueled up because he's doing another lap as he does a 32.8 and puts him in P5, and that's his 4th lap on that set of tyres with Camboy. It's like, yeah, we're not setting the same tyres, I'm just having a run. Check if he sets his flying lap.
It's a very good lap for 4 old softs. When you look at the Red Bull in front of him and the Merc only a couple of tenths.
The tyres last for ages around here though, to be honest. They can do forever. Yeah. Camboy got a punch or something? Why is he going so slow? Obviously you've got control, so you're on Hegster.
Yeah, Camboy, he's come back into the pit now. I've just gone back to Hegster, who's got his rear ring wide open now. Let's see what this sector 2 time's like.
Sam says I'm
105.7.
watching and listening. And Matt Dixon says, evening boys. Evening Matt. How we doing?
Evening, Lukey.
I've got the stream up on my laptop so I can see exactly what you've got on. Even though it's about 10 seconds behind.
No worries, so Hegster, he's got to make this lap count now. He cannot invalidate in these 2 last corners, and it's really easy to do so.
But he's no fuel light, so he probably can go again. But 32.9, it should be good enough.
You can come in after that. So I'm going to jump on board with Wolverine, who's in the... Oh, I've just jumped on it. Probably the worst time for him. Commentator's curse. He's gone deep at your favourite corner again.
Oh, he's gone deep there. Well, he's in trouble. He's got to do something. And Jim's on the bubble, and Jim is still pit lane. He needs to get out. He's leaving the pitch right now. And also, Cam is on a lap as well, but we'll jump on board after Wolverine has gone down the final corner. 34.2, no improvement. So on board with Cam as he is coming through the first sector. No, in the second sector, sorry. Turn 8, I believe it is, maybe 9, whatever. Into airborne corner, I'm going to call it. If you take too much on the inside, you will go airborne. You'll do a Damon Hill on Michael Schumacher. 95, where your car just goes to the side sort of thing. Let's see what Cam can do at the end of the second sector then. And he's going to be at 1 minute 6.3, so that's looking like mid-33s.
Yeah, he's 6/10 down on what Hegster did in the second sector.
Yeah, so it's going to be close. But it depends on how good your traction is coming out here. You can gain tenths if you've got good traction. Looks like it's took it well into the final two corners. It's lovely. I'll get the car out wide to open up the last corner and get over the line with a 33.4. It's putting 14th. It's not Jim out. It's not Jim out. PDMB could be in trouble and he's still in the pits. He is done. He is now hoping and praying.
Wolverine isn't improving. He's invalidated his lap. He ain't gonna be out. He's got a red fuel light. He cannot go again. So,
so
Wolverine is definitely out.
It's all on Jim. Dom Cam is safe. Dommy Cam is safe, so it's all on Jim for this final lap then. Coming down to turn 2. I've just gone through turn 1, which is not really a turn. Oh, and we have a yellow flag as well. Get out the way! He's gone through turn 2, 3. Absolutely lovely. Coming down turn 4 now. Absolutely taking the wider line. Just carrying more speed through at the exit. Get the car left to get into turn 5. Absolutely lovely jubilee, and as we come to the end of sector 1, he is setting a 33.8 and he's 500ths of a second up, which is not enough at this. Oh, it's just not enough. He only needs to find 700ths. Not much more, Jim. Come on, lad. Into airborne corner. He is exploiting the track limits to the max, trying to get that car round. Cannot argue with that. Down the second, down the second DRS straight. At the end of the stretch, we will hit the end of the second sector. A 1:62. He is doing about the same speed as Dommy Cam. This is going to be close. Ending on this sector. That looks like a decent line. Now into this tough little crest chicane. Oh, he's very cautious on the throttle. He's definitely lost about a tenth there. That's what he could do. Second to last corner, open it up for the final corner, and it's looking like a 33.6. It has moved into 15th. It has knocked PDMB 7777777777777 out of the session. Jim will see Q2. So we have lost in that session PDMB 777 Wolverine Forceman with a stupid retirement at the pit lane. And Smokey had a quali ban. Well done for Parker for Q1, setting the first time in Q1, saying, I'm still here, boys. I'm winning the championship. I'm the man to beat. 82.4.
Any surprises in the top 15 for you, or any surprises been knocked out?
Yeah, Wolverine. I thought Wolverine, in Trungle pace in other leagues, I thought he would have been there. Obviously,
He's
PD.
a far way down on his teammate as well. Colm, they're very similar pace, but normally in equal cars, so to see the difference in 8/10, that's a big difference there.
PD, never seen him really race before, so maybe he's just getting used to the rules, I don't know.
Nick's a good driver. Nick is similar pace to Wolverine and Colm, but he's sitting in the AlphaTauri. That
he's in the
car
AlphaTauri, yeah.
Should be. You can see what Parker's done. He's 1.7 seconds faster than his teammate.
And the thing about the AlphaTauri and the Renaults, they have a planted rear end, so it's very hard to lose the rear end. I love that car on this game.
You know what? Most people I speak to racing realistic. Obviously, everyone wants the Merc, but if they don't, they all enjoy the Honda of the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, the engine's out, but not my name, just eating. Trying to get my tea in before work as well, you see.
No worries. So, again, some great qualifying times there. Slater in the Ferrari, really impressive, especially with 4-lap old softs. Liam in Alfa Romeo, he'll be one for you to watch out on if you've never watched him race before. He'll be one who will cut through the pack, I think, even if he starts a bit further back in the slower car.
Right, Q2 is 15 minutes long, and it is about getting into the top 10. But the top 10 will have to start on the tyres that they qualify on, so you've got to be careful in how you wear them out and wear them down.
What would you do here?
Matt Dixon says, Paulie, have you forgiven me for my... No! No, I haven't, Matt. I would have won that race.
What's he done?
I was racing him in a flapper the other night. And I was catching him, I had a spin, and I started catching him, and I would have won, like, 'cause I had no penalties, and they did. And then Matt Dixon just gave me a tap because he was angry. Cut corners. He got like 10 seconds worth of penalties for cutting corners, and then goes and hits me. So I don't win. So no, I'm fuming.
We're not allowed to be biased, but Matt is the first one out. We promised the first car out gets the comms. So you're going to be commentating on Matt Dixon.
You promised. You promised. I didn't promise anything.
Well, it's your best mate now.
Oh, is it? Oh, right, so if you guys have gone for the mediums, Hegster, Milker, Combe, Dave, Slater, Nate, Matt Dixon and Parker all on the medium tyre. And I am on board with Matt Dixon because it's so stupid. I'm quite shocked he wasn't the first out in Q1, to be honest. He's usually always first one out.
I think in a full quali, I think I'm doing mediums if I'm in a decent car as to be honest. I always like to be faster towards the end of a Grand Prix when your car's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit easier. You can turn the wing down in your pit.
I tell you what this tells me. It's not going to rain at the start of the Grand Prix. It's going to be a dry start. That's what it tells me. Quite a few more people have selected the medium tyres now as well, so everyone going for the run on the mediums. Obviously, Russia being a one-stop all day long because the tyre day is not that great. So the soft tyres can last. I think soft tyres can do about 11, 12 laps. Maybe 13, 14.
On strategy yesterday, it was 10 laps on the softs and 17 on the mediums.
So I had a league race the other week, right? Because I got somebody went for the undercut, I ended up going for about 13, 14 laps on them. Managed it no problem, then I was so much faster on the mediums. To jump
on board with Matt Dixon now.
But yeah, as he's gone over the start-finish line. I'll let you do a hot lap for change. Let's have a hot lap from James Corden. No, maybe not. Going into turn 2. Around turn 3, make sure you don't take too much of the inside. Around turn 4. Obviously, like I said, nice and flat. The skies are clearing up. It's getting sunny and sunny and sunnier. Let's go.
I didn't realise I was on mute.
All right.
Commentating.
No wonder you couldn't
You
do
crack
all
on
that.
with this one, I'll crack on with another.
I completely forgot where we're at now. Got the end of sector 1. He's done a 33.7, which is pretty good on the medium tyres. Then this little kink. It's this right-hander. Clip the curb on the inside. Clip the curb on the outside. Do not take too much. Again, like I said, watch out for that sausage curb on the inside. The car will go airborne. I don't know how to describe this car. It's an awkward right-hand turn. It's like you've got to get the apex spot on. If you don't, you go too far wide or you go too far on the inside. It's an instant warning. It's just a weird corner.
Yeah, it is. It was where I was getting most of my warnings, actually. Yeah. Great sector there with mediums. Was the inside of the corner, because you don't want to be going wide there.
No, you don't. But you don't want to be cutting too much on the inside either. Because again, it just invalidates. It's got to be. It's just a sweet little Martin. He's had a moment come through there. Absolute moment. Anyway, around the final 2 corners. Another medium tyre. We're looking at about a 133.9, 134.0. With other people on the mediums, I think he might be all right.
Colm coming round on the mediums. Big difference. Who's next? We've got Slaternator coming round. Then we've got one of the Hasses, who's on an outlap. Oh, I can't keep up. Who's Rabsy?
Welcome to my world.
Whoa, Rabs just had a massive tank snapper there. Woo, coming out the double left-hander into the back DRS straight. That would have lost him a couple of attempts there for sure.
Welcome to my world, trying to keep up with who's next. Solid.
Hello, where am I?
Absolutely solid. Right, next one round. Next one round is actually Racing Point, which I believe is Hegster. He comes around the final corner, and he does a 134.3 on the medium. That's not a bad lap.
On board with Rabs now, who's coming up to the penultimate corner as well.
We've got Colm practically parked in a wall, letting cars through. Be careful, Colm. You don't want to get disqualified. Good lad, get moving. You don't want to be disqualified for parking in a dangerous location, stupidly.
One of the contenders, Dave, coming round the final corner.
Oh, I was just on board with him.
Sets the fastest medium time of the day so far.
Yeah, it's off of Van Dorn and Liam on the softs. 33.0 and a 33.6.
So Jim must have invalidated. This is his second lap on these softs now. He's coming round towards the end of the lap.
There's fuel lights on. Will he make it round?
And then I'm going to jump on board with Parker because we didn't get any lap times with Parker in Q1.
Yeah,
once Jim finishes this lap.
Yeah, leave him to it. He's not out yet.
No, Parker's just got out of his out lap.
No, I've not said Parker's out yet.
Oh, he's invalidated though, straight away on turn 2. Wow, hopefully he's filled up and he can go again.
Well, the good thing about invalidating so early, you can stick it straight into lean and save fuel, rather than about 3/4 of the way down. 33.8 from Mo. So these medium boys, some of them are going to have to go again. Matt Dixon's definitely going to have to go again. He's not safe on them mediums there.
Yeah, I think the only person safe is potentially the Merc of the 33.7, but that's even cutting it fine, because I think the cut-off was 33.9 in Q1.
That was all on softs though. The question is, will these stay on the mediums, or will they go again?
So jumping on board with Milka in the Racing Point pink Mercedes.
Two minds think alike. I was on board with him as well.
I love this corner. One of my favourite corners. Even more great in the wet when if you're confident with a 411 wing setup, you can really take that full blast, full throttle. Nice corner there.
Yeah, it depends what your ride height's like and you don't get the aquaplaning, because sometimes you can aquaplane.
Purple first sector for Milka.
I think it's a personal best I've seen, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's not stayed purple, it's only flash purple.
Okay, thank you.
So it means a personal best.
So his target here, it's got to be a 33.9 as a minimum to even consider staying on these mediums.
Oh yeah.
And getting through.
I'm just trying to have, you know what, I think it might even be a 33.7 we're looking at. I think Dave and Camboy might be safe on their mediums. But I don't think Mo Sullivan is, once the other guys get mediums. Now, Matt Dixon stuck a set of softs on, going again.
It's a real interesting strategy, because in a 50% race, Camboy did mediums yesterday, and he went long, of course, but when he come back out, he was in so much traffic, he couldn't get the benefit of the softs. It's really important, that strategy, is if you go an alternative to
Milk had a moment at the final corner, but he set a 34.3. Sorry,
he's pretty much matched his teammate. So who are we on board with now?
Yeah, the thing is oh no, it takes to set his lap on the mediums, didn't it? He's now on the softs.
On board with Parker.
Again?
He's going again. Yeah, Parker, he invalidated his first go, didn't he? So he's in sector 2 at the moment, going onto the back straight here, opening up the DRS. Lovely sounding car, that is.
I do love it. Like I said, I absolutely planted rear end. It's one of the cars you don't have to be worried about losing the back end, because it just sticks. As it comes through the crest chicane, that's what I'm just going to call it, because I have no other words for it. I might go get the tablet.
33.9.
Oh, in fact, I've done commentary before. There's no names for these corners. All I know. Oh, that's a great lap on the medium.
He's on form. He's really on form. He set some great laps. He won the other night. He's looking very, very strong right now.
Yeah, in fact, I actually know there's no name for corners here, but there is a Valtteri Petrov grandstand and Daniel Kvyat grandstand. That's all I know.
I wouldn't say they're. I wouldn't say they've got a bag of choice of names for Formula One drivers, have they?
Oh, what about Putin? It's like Putin's not got his own stand.
That's true. So Matt Dixon is one of the drivers who has come back in and put softs on.
Yes.
I'm on board with Matt Dixon now.
Parker's got to get out of the way though. Get out of the way, man! Move! There was a moment where we had a yellow flag in sector 1, sector 2 and sector 3, and that was caused by Matt Dixon, so we've seen if he had wing damage, but he doesn't. Right, where we're coming up to? We're coming up to the corner just before the second DRS straight. Keeping it within the track limits, which is good to see, so he's not have to worry about getting round. God, he is using all the track available to him down the straight. 6/10 up though from his medium tyres, so he's looking at a 33.4, which could be P2. We have a yellow flag.
You find a lot more here though.
Yeah.
On soft tyres, you find so much in traction zones here.
Oh yeah. He took that pretty nicely, to be fair. That last corner, those few corners. Obviously ran out of VRS, but you don't really need them for the last 2 corners. And over the line, 32.6. Wow, I told you that.
8 temps. 8 temps he found in that final sector. That's impressive.
Yeah, I was going to say that the way he took that crest chicane looked very, very good as a line.
So, people at risk, you've got Slaytonator, Rabsy, Hexton, Milker and Cole. 4 of them who have been starting on mediums, all who could go 1 second quicker with their cars. So I think Dave might have to come back out.
Yeah, you got to think, if they can go at least, let's even say half a second. Say we say half a second from Milker, Coleman's struggling. So, say Milker does a 33.8, that was going to put Jim, Moore, Dave, and possibly Liam and Dominican could be in trouble. I reckon 6 downwards are in trouble.
I agree, yeah, I think 6 down you've got to go again, and I think to be safe you've got to go out on a softer tyre. So Liam's already decided to come out, Dave's changed his tyre in the pit, he hasn't come out yet, but I can see he's changed it to soft, so he has to be considering coming out now.
I think, oh no, Jim is on a brand new set of soft tyres, but Jim and Moore have already done laps on the soft tyre, so they're already struggling. They cannot find any more time. They might find a few tenths, which could be enough, but they are struggling on the soft tyre as it is.
Well, I'm on board with Liam at the moment. I've just remembered his Q1 time was 33.1. I wonder if he went out on the first run on a used set of softs, because 5 temps is a big difference for somebody like Liam. So I reckon he must have gone out on a used set of softs for his first run.
No, he only did 1 lap of them. They were a brand new set when he did that lap. He's got a brand new set on now because it has 0 laps. Because if you click on the where you've got fitted, if you click to best, that's what lap they did it on. And that's how you know. I think you muted yourself again. Anyway, Liam's coming to the end. Oh, well, Liam's on an outlap. Why are we watching Liam? He's on an outlap.
I don't think there's nobody else out on the track here. I did mute myself. I don't think you would like to hear what was going on. Let's listen to Jim, because Jim's now on a flying lap on his fresh pair of softs. So let's have a look here how Jim gets on.
Yeah, what I'm saying, where it says detail and you've got it unfitted at the moment, you click it to best, you can see he has done 2 laps on his best lap, and then he's got a brand new set. Liam's only did on a new, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm still waking up, man.
I know what you mean, no problem, but Jim is going faster on this lap than he did previously, so he's looking at improving at the moment. Let's have a look how he gets on in sector 2.
Well, he's got to watch out for the Williams at the bottom of here, because the Williams are going very slow. That's what the yellow flags are for. That'll be Cole. I'll tell you what, in the middle of all that, we missed it. Cole did a lap. Cole did a 33.555. He's done himself 6. Don't know where that came from, but he's done it.
Impressive time, that.
Yeah, so that has moved Mo Sullivan down to 10th. It has currently knocked Jim out. Jim's looks like he's got enough fuel for another lap after this, just in case. But he's gonna. Oh, he's invalidated last corner, and he's invalidated next lap as well. Jim is out.
Jim is out. So let's jump on somebody out who's in the cut-off zone. It's Slater now, who's gone his personal best in sector 1, 4.5 temps up. Great first sector for Slater.
Yeah, Rabsy's just behind him as well. No, Rabsy's ahead of him.
I'm on board with Rabsy.
Rabsy's now going down the DRS straight. See what Rabsy does. Oh, Rabsy's 9 tenths up. This is going to push Mo Sullivan in trouble. Mo is on an outlap. Coming round to the crest chicane. 9 tenths. So he's looking at an early 33. This should seem solidly.
32.9. He's got himself up into 3rd.
Yep, so coming around the final 2 corners, and Shot Parker's gone again on the set it off, so I thought it was good on his mediums. 32.5 from Rabsy. Wow!
Very nice. Slaternator, what is he going to do?
Round the last 2 corners, he's up in his time by 1 point odd some seconds. Track's getting faster, the track gets warmer.
Oh, wow!
31.8!
So who's next over the line?
That's Dave out.
Dave's on his lap.
David's on a lap. So is Dommy Cam. Dommy Cam's invalidated. Tommy Cam's on the bubble, in trouble.
Dave's a second up. Dave's a second up going into sector 3.
He is. Both racing points on a lap as well. Right, and the final 2 corners. Dave, what have you got? Can you nail it? Don't do a Jim. That's the one. And he's a 32.5. That has put Combe on the bubble. Combe is done. He could be out. Tommy Cam has invalidated. Tommy Cam is out.
So it's all about Mo, who's down at the moment on his personal best, but he's up now, he's up.
Racing points are in front of him. Hexter's 9/10 up. Milker's coming around the final 2 corners.
Onboarded Milker.
So Milker, this is going to be a 32 as well. 32.9.
Onboarded
Oh my
Hexter.
God. Right on to Hexter. He's looking like he's faster than Milker. Oh, he's hesitant right there though. What, 32.6?
Onboarded Mo.
Jim. Oh, Camboy's going to be fuming.
You know, he was in 3rd place at the start of all that.
Camboy's out.
Wow. He was in 3rd place
thought
at
he
the
was a
start
good
of
lap
that.
on his mediums. I tell you what, Parker made the right decision to go again.
He did. Absolutely
He was
did.
not safe after all.
I could have sworn Camboy was safe with a 33.4. Wow.
Yeah, to be fair, I agreed. I thought the way Cole was struggling and stuff, I thought a 33.6 was the cut-off point.
It just
Turned
shows
out
the track evolution.
33.0. 33.0 was cut off. Not just that, the skies are clearing up, the sun's come out, track's warmed up, the tyres can get heated up quicker, you can get the laps in, tyres stay hot, more traction.
But Slaytonator has made a statement. I know it's only Q2, but my God, look at that difference to the cars behind. Bar Parker, him and Parker, there's a big gap there. 5/10 is a big gap.
They absolutely nailed it, didn't they? So yeah, Stoffel Van Dorn getting through by the skin of his teeth. We have lost Camboy, Combe, Damicamp, Moore and Jim. And it also means that everyone in the top 10 is starting on the soft tyre. Because everyone is on the soft tyre in that top 10.
11th isn't a bad position to start. I just don't know what I'd do in this position. I think I'd probably still go aggressive in 11th on a pair of softs, but I don't know.
I think because you've got the more first advantage, you just stick the mediums on. And then if safety car comes out, you come in, stick a set of softs on, and then you come in again later on for another set of softs.
Yeah, we tried that actually in some of the practices. Some people did a lap 1 safety car and went hards, because hards will go all the way, or just did a double stop. And a double stop was definitely faster than trying to make those hards go all the way.
I like the double stop, especially what some people don't do. I do it in 25%ers. Like tracks like Monaco, Austria, Brazil, you know, where there's like a lot of laps.
Yeah.
That's where I'll do a double stop in a 25%, and then people are like, oh wow, we actually made that work. Wait, Sigs, I want a cancer stick. Right, you can do a hot lap this time without muting yourself. Stop trying to dodge the question.
I was actually talking, and then all I heard was you go, well, it's come round corner 4, and I looked at my pad, and it was on that. So let's see who is the first one out. A lot of them would still have 2 fresh.
I bet it's Matt Dixon. £5 bet it's Matt Dixon.
We're waiting.
Oh, it's not Matt Dixon. That's not McLaren. That is an Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo.
Think Liam. No worries, Liam gets the benefit of the first flying lap with Smithy doing the comms. Are you doing comms tomorrow, actually, do you know?
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. I'm good.
Sound.
I am off work tomorrow. I got tomorrow and Friday off. Right, I need a light off.
You go and grab what you need. I've got this with Liam at the moment. So we've got Liam and Exeter out on out laps at the moment. Matt Dixon joining them. Also on an out lap with Parker just behind. Just trying to get in a couple of bankers right now, which is what you want to do on your first flying lap on any Q3. Liam will be looking to improve on his 32.9 that he got in Q2. So let's see how he gets on. Also got a Renault of Stoffex also coming out the pits. So only 5 cars out on track at the moment. The other 5 are waiting a little bit longer for the track to develop. So let's jump back on board with Liam. He's coming down the back straight with Hegstad just behind, maybe looking at a distant toe. But let's focus on Liam first. Is Liam hoping? Look at Liam, he's slowing down. Maybe he wants a distance toe. But Hegstad's having none of it. He's telling Liam, no, the track's yours, boy, you go. Here we go. So let's get all the telemetry up and going for Sync Liam on his flying lap. Coming around the penultimate corner into the final corner. You've got to hook this up. It will add 1 or 2 mile an hour to the end. Here we go. And let's go for Liam in Q3 in the Alfa Romeo. Rear wing activation. Wide open now. Coming down into turns 2 and 3. Corner's very difficult here. He's got a car right in front of him. They've got to move out of the way. Oh, Ramsey did not make that easy for him. And Liam has actually pulled out the race. I think there'll be words there exchanged in the drivers' conference between Liam and Ramsey. That was a bit naughty there. So I'm going to jump on board with Hegstad, who's coming around one of my favourite corners. He's also got traffic. Is he going to get out of the way? There's traffic and Liam. Liam gets out of the way. Hegstad sets a 33.6. It's not as impressive, but I'm unsure if he was a bit caught off guard from Liam's pace. He's coming now into turns 8 and 9. Difficult corner. He stayed well away from the curves there. He needs to get a bit tighter there. Now this is the corner which is easy to invalidate on, but he takes it nicely and he's onto the back straight, opening up that rear wing. Down the back straight here. You need a 105.6, 106 the max. A 105.6 is what he gets. Coming into sector 3 now. He needs to be looking at turning off his DR or ERS management into these corners so it lasts for the rest of the track. Into the camber corner. Oh, he's lost the rear there. Here he comes up to the penultimate corner in the pink Mercedes. Hegstad looking a strong lap, looking like it could be a 32 high. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a 32 mid. Very good. Very nice. Liam, I'm not sure if you saw that then. Liam had to get out of it because Ramsey just didn't slow down enough into turn 1.
Oh, that means Ramsey might be getting a quali lap. Heading his way.
As soon as it happened, I was like, he's in the way there. So who's on a lap at the moment then? We've got Stoffex on a lap coming up to the end of the sector. I think Hegstad's milked on out lap, yep. So Stoffex, let's see this now.
Stone face, it weren't a love tap, it was a full-on BDSM spanking that he gave me. Just to Matt Dixon, it's a love tap because it's the sort of thing he likes.
Well, unfortunately for Matt, he has invalidated his current flying lap. Right, let's look at Shaggy Doo coming through sector 2 on the back straight.
Yep, Dave's starting his fly up.
105.7, that's 1/10 down on what Hegstad set at that moment. Oh, he had to get out of the
I'll tell you
there.
what, Q2, Shaggy Doo was quiet, it was unnoticeable. I didn't really pay attention to him in Q2.
Sorry, Shaggy, but we're on board now, my friend. Every time I say Shaggy, the missus just looks at me, thinks I'm going to sing Angel.
Oh, you know how he's called Shaggy Doo?
Why?
I was doing a couple of flappers a couple of weeks ago, and I was racing some Australian who was called Scooby Doo. And I thought, Shaggy, I found Scooby. You gotta go Australia.
Right, so at the
My
moment,
instant first was Shaggy.
who we got? We got Rabs, haven't we? Yeah, Rabs is coming up to the end.
Yeah.
He's set a very strong Q2 pace. So let's see if he can take that forward into Q3.
His sector 2 was a decent sector as well. So, yeah, 33, there you go. Visual pole position for the Red Bull.
Jumping on board with Dave, and he's a 105.4, 105.7. So unless he hooks up this, he's going to be in and around Hegstad.
Stoffer Van Dorn's in. Slayton 8 is invalidated, so Dave is next one over.
Come on, Dave. No bias. Sorry. Go on, Dave. He's definitely saving his ERS better than other drivers who are running out much earlier than that. So.
Yeah, he has a little bit for that little straight, doesn't it? But 32.6. 6 and P3.
I think he'll take that for his first run. So who have we got now? So
I think that's it for ages, I think.
everyone's coming on an in lap, are they?
Yeah, except from Liam on an outlap.
What
So
I might
now we
do-
get to the quiet part of the queue.
Well, shall we
Three?
give Liam, shall we do what they do in Formula 1, do an audio only option? And I'll turn the
Yeah, that'll
car
do
up?
me.
No worries.
That'll save my voice.
No worries. Well, when Liam comes round, let me change the audio now. One moment, let me just quickly go to Twitch. So we're going to be quiet just for this moment. For one full lap with Liam.
I have it on 100 anyway. I changed the audio in the gameplay settings.
You have to show me that after. So here we go. Audio up for the viewers. That sounds just like the Alfa Romeo.
Oh yeah. Oh wait then. Fucking
What did he get to say everything off?
He got 32.6. He's at 32.6, and it wasn't a bad lap at all. Yeah, but the way you're doing the stream, because you can't do it at the end of quali.
Okay, you know. Okay, no worries. Yeah,
So
so
if you-
quality maybe tell me then.
Yeah, alright. I'll tell you in the formation lap.
Yeah, sound. Thank you. Cheers for that.
Matt
So, yeah,
Dixon's on
that's
the
a great lap
anyway.
by Liam.
Yeah, stuck
Is
in
he
fourth.
jumping on board with Matt Dixon? Over to you.
Dave's on another outlap. Matt Dixon is now coming down to the corner just before the second DRS straight. Which is a little bit of camber. It looks like he's a little bit out of shape. He's lost about a tenth, I reckon. But he's got DRS wide open. Gonna hit about 203 miles an hour before the braking point. Bob on through 203. And he's gone wide into the first part of that little tricky
A lot
chicane.
of people are carrying too much speed into that, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, Matt Dixon likes to take this a little bit. He's run a bit wide again. He usually tries and takes it tight. But, oh, he's had a little moment coming out of there as well. Struggling with the traction out of that corner. But into the last two. Looking like it's going to be 33.7. Oh, and he's invalidated.
That'll be next lap as well.
Yeah, because he went too far wide in the last corner and he doesn't have time to get round and set another. He doesn't have the fuel for another lap, so Matt Dixon is going to start in P10, depending on Parker centre lap. Liam has retired, he's realised he's not going to get one.
Milker's the next one who's going to start a flying lap here. So this is going to be now just back and forth between all the drivers. I'll stay on board with Exeter and then keep going backwards with Exeter, Slaytonator, Dave, Rabsy, Milker, all on flying laps here. And Parker, actually, I couldn't see the dot then.
Parker's still on an
So
outlap.
I'll keep. Yep, so just staying in order. So I'll try and flip back between. If one invalidates, I'll jump onto the next. But I'm bored with Milker at the moment.
Yeah. Looks like he's taking a very nice line through turn 5 to get to the 33.2. That's a decent sector one. It is purple.
It's the strongest I've seen on board, 33.2.
Yeah, so very good. Keeping it well within the track limits. Fair play to the man. I think with Milker, I think he can use a bit more curb and he would get away. he's been very cautious. But it's better to be cautious and get a lap in than not at all.
Yeah, I think it's always the danger when you don't set yourself a banker lap right at the start of Q3.
Yeah, especially a track like round here. Only he's gone deep as well, but he's managed to carry the speed through. Even though he's gone wide, he's managed to carry the speed. And some people have been running wide and have had to back out of it. So, yeah, nice lines from the racing point man into the final two corners, and this is looking like it's going to be a 32.6 as well. Oh, careful that last corner.
Oh, he's got away with it.
32.8, yeah, he got away with it. It was on the limit.
Dave is 6 tenths up. Dave is 6 tenths up. Come on, boy. Get it in. Get it in it. Oh.
Clear near invalidated.
No.
Clear near
So
invalidated.
Parker.
Parker, yeah.
Parker's the threat. It's a slower time.
Oh, he's invalidated! Invalidated! Parker's invalidated!
Oh no, he's going to be 10th!
He is going to be 10th. Matt Dixon's going to be happy. He's going to be 9th, and I think that's it. Oh, Hagster, that's it. Hagster.
Oh, he's gone faster. Oh, but he's not fast enough.
And Hagster's invalidated. Dave will have pole position. 2-1. That's it.
You won't see it, but I'm fist pumping here. I'm fist pumping for the Merc.
3-2-5 from Hagster. Liam in 4th. Good result from the Alfa Romeo in 4th. 32.6.
Well done, Liam. Yeah, performance of the qualifying for me is Liam right there. In an Alfa Romeo, which on paper is 2.3 seconds a lap slower than the Merc.
There you go then. And he's only, what, half a second. Not a bad lap at all.
There's my phone so I can text Dave.
I usually play music at this point, once we've gone through this. So Dave will start in pole position. From Rabsy in 2nd, Hagster 3rd, Liam 4th, Milker in 5th, the 2 Red Hot boys in 6th and 7th, and then the 3 boys who could not set a lap for invalidating, Slayton, Matt Dixon and Parker. It's nice to see Rabsy not invalidate this week. God, he invalidated in Vietnam every lap. He comes to Russia, invalidation central, and he doesn't invalidate at all. Rabsy, what's going on in your head?
Is Mr. Change Assist. He's done the right thing for him to enjoy himself. I'm not sure when you first joined and what. He was doing no TC, no ABS, and he was just falling backwards and backwards. He's now turned it back to medium and ABS on, and he's found the speed again. And I think he's found the love for the game again. I think when you're constantly crashing, no matter if you know it's a longer term goal, it's hard to keep motivated. It
took me, when I turned traction off, it took me 2 weeks to get used to it. I still use my ABS because I'm faster with it, but I can turn it off, but I'm like 2-3 tenths slower. So I just keep it on because I'm faster with it.
You pad or wheel?
Pad.
Yeah, it's really weird, right? I did no traction on my pad, and I'm not saying it's easier, but it felt like I could control it more than when I could do with my foot, because I've got the wheel set up. It was just really weird. Like Grimmy and other people have taken to it who are pad users so much quicker than the wheel, and I thought that would be the other way around. I did.
The thing with the pad, like if you get a snap of oversteer, you can just let go of the stick, so your wheel goes right, and you still got to correct it like normally.
Yeah.
Put the wheel in the middle. Also with the accelerator, we can tap it. Like just like literally button bash the accelerator button as the
right, okay.
The pedal, you've got to be, you can't just do the tap thing. And you get vibrations through the controller, so because of the vibrations, you can get like the proper force feedback.
So we got any comments in the commentary in the Discord at the moment, in the Twitch feed? Or
no, just Matt Dixon saying he loves my tap, that I love his taps when I don't. I'm a Lone Ranger! Don't even let my missus give me the love taps anymore. Effectively married.
So, interesting grid then. So, I think in my mind, I always had Dave up towards the top because he's shown performance qualities in Monday and Tuesday practice. Rabs has been a massive surprise. He's been in and around 8th and 9th. Liam, great in the Alfa Romeo. It's a shame we haven't got anybody on the alternative strategy in the top 10. I was hoping Camboy might have snuck in like an 8th place or something, just to throw a bit of throw a mix in it. But yeah, as you said, everyone's on the softs now in the top 10.
But it'll be interesting to see outside the top 10 what happens. But if you press start, Mr. James Corden,
I'm listening.
Right, so if
Gav?
you press that, Gav, I'm still calling
Yep.
you James Corden because he's calls me. Good preferences,
Yes.
audio settings, and then you just turn the
Yes.
master volume down, the effects down, and I put that all them on 8 to turn my volume down, and then turn it back
Okay,
up when I'm doing multiplayer. Kind of going
so
through
when you're on
Twitch.
Twitch, what does the game volume? Is your game volume on 100 on
Yeah,
Twitch, and then
I just have
you
all
then
them
just
on
turn
full.
down that then?
Yeah,
Okay. Cheers, man. Thanks for that.
that's what I do.
Right, feel free to play some music if you want to play some music till we get going.
Where's my phone? Anything you're interested in? I don't even know what
Well,
the phone
it's got to be non-copyright stuff, hasn't it, mate? Otherwise, the Twitch will be cut off.
I just go on my Spotify and use it because I paid for Spotify.
Okay, put some Wonderwall on. Why not?
Wonderwall. I don't even know where my phone is.
There's some Oasis on for us.
Where's my phone? My phone. Charge.
It's okay there. Somebody's readied up. Somebody's readied up. Somebody has readied up. I thought it was 9:05 start.
Oh, turn my leather off. Somebody's ready up.
Someone's readied up. Somebody's readied up.
I've just found my phone as well.
No, I don't know who's readied up. It'll be on my stream now.
Yeah, it will be. Obviously, you're not going to get me for about 20-25 minutes here. So I'll get about half the Grand Prix. I'll get to about pit stops.
Sounds good to me, mate. If you want to do the lights out for me or for us.
I'll try. Just get my telemetry up. So let's have a look then. So top 10 as we are starting on the soft tyres. Camboy is on the mediums in 11th. And 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th in Domicam, Moore and Jim are all on the softs. And then we have Nick, as we call him, on the mediums. Wolverine on the mediums, Forceman on the softs, and Smoke also on the medium tyre. The joy for Smoke, every single tyre he picks today is going to be brand new with his quality one because he's not used any yet.
Unfortunately, we already know the culprit, Forceman, is going to have a quali ban for next week. Let's put that out your mind, Forceman. Just think about your race today and worry about that next week.
Rabsy could be having a quali ban next week after holding up Slaternator on one of his laps, I believe, in Q3.
Yeah, it was Liam actually in turn 1.
Well, so there you go. That could be leading to some sort of result next week. So let's quickly run you through the order of the grid. Then we'll have Dave starting on pole position from Rabsy, then Hegster and Liam on the second row, followed by Milker and Stoffel Van Dorn. Then Shaggy doing Slaternator, Matt Dixon Parker round at the top 10, followed by Camboy Combe, Domicam Moore, Nick, Wolverine, Forceman, and then Smoke will round up at the back of the grid.
Looking forward to this now, Paulie.
Oh yeah, I always look forward to it.
So what I would say here is Liam has a very good start in him. I'm not sure if you've seen Rally off the line. Liam is very similar to that. So Liam could jump a few cars here at the start. So I'm going to jump on board with Liam because that will let me see the whole of the grid as we go down.
To me, it's going to be Hegster because he's going to get, with being Russia with the longest straight, even though turn 1 is just there.
Well, let me jump on board with Hegster.
Slipstream is massive. This slipstream is huge.
Here we go, mate. Let's call it.
Oh. So pole position's not always the best, but here we go. We've got a delay.
I've got a car at the back having a bit of dancing.
I've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're going to send it towards turn 2. And I tell you what, Dave's had a launch, so's Hegster. Hegster is already up alongside Ramsey. There's Ramsey. Oh, I tell you what, you're not wrong about Liam, but I think Dave's done enough. Ramsey's still on the inside. Oh,
contact in the back.
my
Liam's
God.
lost the wing. Oh, there's big contact there. There's got to be a safety car. It is. Very big contact there. Many drivers, Liam with wing damage. Shaggy Doo with wing damage. Parker, I think he's okay. Colm.
Hegster got squeezed by Ramsey a lot and almost went into the wall, so I'll be surprised if Hegster hasn't got wing damage, but he looks alright.
I'm looking at Cole at the moment. Colm's fine, Jim's fine. Slaternator's got both of his end plates gone, so he'll be pitting. Who else did you
Cam's
say?
got penalty. I was looking at Hegster, but he was alright. He got squeezed a lot by Ramsey. Ramsey was like tapping his front wing and close to the wall, so he had like nowhere to go, but he's alright, Hegster.
What do you do here if you're one of the cars like Milka in 14th? Do you just come in for a fresh pair? Because Milka did get through to the top 10, so his tyres are going to be a little bit more warm, maybe 8-9%. Would you come in and just put a medium on now and then go softs again?
I'd wait to see how many cars in the pits. Because if there's a load of cars, track position might just be king. Because he's got quite a few cars in front of him with damage. So depending on how many decide, yep, I need a new wing, it might be worth staying out for him.
Yeah, you're very right. There's at least 4 cars you will need to pit for a new wing. So Liam's one of them. Liam's the first one coming in. Shaggy's the next one coming in. Colm's okay. Jim's okay. Slaternator the next one.
So if I was Milk, I'd start backing off a bit just to get a full idea who's in and who isn't.
Yeah, Matt Dixon again coming in.
So
I think that's all the cars, isn't it, coming in there?
Yeah, got 4 cars in. Nobody at the back coming in, so the 4 cars in the pits are going to come out dead last. And they've all gone to... Oh, Shaggy Doo stuck a brand new set of softs on, so Shaggy Doo will be pitting again.
I don't mind that strategy, to be honest, because it's kind of it's neutral, isn't it? And they're going to be on the back of the pack anyway. A few medium drivers in front of you. The Delta's 1.2 seconds. You're in a car which is the fastest down the straights. It's not a terrible strategy.
That's why I'd stick the mediums on, because you can use the DRS to drag you along, so you save a bit of time being on the slower tyre.
If it was me, I'd be doing medium soft now if I was going to double stack.
Yeah,
double
exactly.
pit. Because you're not going to get a benefit of the soft stuck behind all that traffic.
Exactly, and then DRS can drag you along as well in the mediums if you're struggling, you save a bit of time there. Get soft tyres later on, when everyone goes into the mediums and you start flying through, you got to play the long game.
So Dom got 5 seconds, so Dom must have had the contact for severe collision on someone. Let's have a look at the position
I think it was
changes.
just like where the safety car came out after turn 1 at a dangerous spot. It's just finding your spot and not running into someone.
It's a difficult turn 1, isn't it? It's probably one of the, other than Mexico, it's probably the second fastest first braking point. You've got Parker's moved up 6 positions, Colm 7, Jim 9. Some amazing movement there. Unfortunately, the boys at the back are the ones with the damage have all gone down 10 positions, and Liam, with 12. Actually, what tyre has Liam gone on to? That'd be quite interesting to see.
Liam is on the mediums.
Yeah, he's done what me and you would have done.
Yeah. Oh no. I think if the safety car hadn't come out, it might have been a different story. The safety car sort of saved them. So it'll now be a rolling start instead of standing start with the new positions. Obviously we are waiting for lights on the back of the safety car to go out. That means the safety car will be in on that lap, and with everyone up at the field, I'm guessing it's going to be this lap.
Yeah, so we've going around for another lap here at the Russia Autodrome circuit, I think it's called, in Sochi.
Sochi Autodrome.
Is that what it is?
It's called the Sochi Autodrome.
They call it Russia's holiday destination, don't they? 'Cause it's meant to be one of the warmest places in Russia. Supposedly, let's...
So why did the host of the Winter Olympics?
It's Russia! The warmest place means there's still snow.
The host of the Winter Olympics, and as you'll see, as you come around this area, I think it's the ice hockey arena, which you'll see. I think that's the Olympic Stadium there, and then on the left over here is the ice hockey stadium. No, that's the Olympic Stadium. The one on the right, what we've just seen, is the ice hockey stadium. Because it's all about it's a track design around the Olympic Park.
I have to admit, last season in Formula 1, it's been great going to those tracks where if a driver makes mistakes, there's no runoff area, you know.
Oh, I love it.
Imola, you know, I love that. The fact that as soon as you're off track, well, you're hitting gravel and you're pretty much out of the race.
That's why I love Suzuka. Japan. My favourite track from the game.
Do you know what's really weird, right? America is my favourite track. I love Sector 1.
I love it in real life.
In theory, I should love Japan because of Sector 1, but I just they're different types of S's, and I just can never hook it up in Sector 1. I get really angry with myself on Suzuka.
I love Austin in real life. I hate it on the game. But I'm living with them. I love Japan, but I'm not a big fan of America because cars in the lights have gone out.
Right, so
this means Dave now controls the pace of the field until the start-finish line. Then overtaking may commence.
Really important here. You don't need to speed up, but to keep that constant speed to be fair to your racers behind. I think what I would do here, I'll go through the penultimate and I'll be going as soon as I start turning the car in for the penultimate corner here.
I don't know, if you back up enough and you've got the safety car in there, I'd go halfway down the straight to get them, but you've got to let the safety car get in so you don't Dave's bolted. Dave's bolted.
Go on, Dave. Oh, sorry, go on, Mercedes.
Let's hope he doesn't get auto pick. No, he didn't. He judged it perfectly well.
Oh, he's got wide there.
And we get a warning for that.
Got Colm all over him. Colm's using a lot of ERS to get through.
He has to, because the speed difference in the engines is a lot. And I tell you what, Jim's sniffing. There you go, the engine power at the end of it was just so much you couldn't do anything about it. Happened once before.
Jumping on board with Rabsy, who's keeping tabs on Dave. 4 attempts. Oh, a lot of movement at the back. What's happened at the back? There's a spinner. It's Shaggy Doo. Shaggy Doo's lost most of his wing.
He was on the soft tyre as well. He was being aggressive.
Yeah, he was.
Out for him.
He's got to come in and maybe just hard it from here, I think.
He's going to have to now. He's got no choice now.
Liam
He'd just be hoping for another safety car.
Yep, Liam's on the back of Slater now. Slater that should, with the pace he's shown so far, pull away from Liam here.
Slater should go on pace in quality as well, so I can't see why not.
Camboy on the back of Wolverine, a massive car advantage here. Between two drivers who are very similar in pace, so I'd expect that to be an easy move for Camboy when it happens.
Yeah, it should be. Obviously, I'm just letting you have the lead now because I'll be disappearing soon.
Yeah, no worries. What I'm going to do is obviously just talk about what cars I'm on at the moment. I'm sitting on board with Camboy. If you see anything going on that I need to jump on board with, let me know. I just do think that Camboy now, when we come around this last corner, is going to get Wolverine down the straight if he wants to use the power of the ERS and the Red Bull. Yeah.
Obviously no DRS till lap 6. The third lap after the safety car, because we get a reset. And we all know what DRS can do in Russia. It's so effective.
It is, yeah. It's one of the most powerful ones on the game, I think.
Hegster is sniffing Ramsey all over.
On board.
As you can see, there's the leader, there's second, there's third, and fourth just behind that. Looks like Dave's looking a bit comfortable up front, trying to pull a bit of a gap. He's brought the DRS off Rabsy, unless Rabsy can have a good turn 10, whatever it is. I don't think he's going to get it. Rabsy's short by a tenth. I don't think it's activated this lap, is it? It's next lap.
It is next lap.
Yeah, it is next lap. Oh, Slater has gone on Camboy, I think. It's 10%.
On board. Oh, he's right up his gearbox here. Both are using all of the ERS that they can. Well, I think Slater now might send it. Send it.
Send it a dummy.
Oh, great close racing there. Oh, look at that. I love seeing a Williams fighting with a Red Bull and Ferrari. I'm a massive Williams fan. What's happened?
I thought Slater was going down the outside and crashed again. Rabsy went to defend early. Oh my God, Slater's out shit. He had a better exit, he's on the inside. He's put over the corner and the move is done. going into the final corner. The move is complete.
Oh, it's going to be a warning there, but then Camboy's going to get the power of DRS. So is Slaternator though, on the back of Wolverine, I assume.
Oh, it's going now.
Red Bull.
Camboy's going. Camboy's back in front with 4, turn 2.
He's great racing it, but he's outbraked himself. He's he kept it.
Oh, Liam's round. Liam's front. Oh.
I'm on board. What's happened to Liam? I was on board with Slaternator, seeing him take that move. I'm surprised he even kept leaving the track.
Yeah, no, so was I. And then, because I was on the broadcast with you, and saw Jim going round as Matt Dixon made a move on him. We're right about Shaggy too. He has stuck the hard tyres on, and Smoke's had to pit again as well, because he's got the soft tyre on.
Well, Smoke started on the medium, I think. I understand why he might be doing that, but look at the gap difference between Shaggy and Liam now. 41.6 seconds. A safety car is critical for them now at the back.
Right, I don't know who you want to watch. We've got Slaternator
I'm on Parker.
making the move on Wolverine. Slaternator past Wolverine. Easily done. DRS assisted on the Williams. Thank you very much. I'll have P12.
Yeah, faster car, faster tyre, DRS.
And DRS. Always going to happen.
I'm jumping on board with Parker now because we're going down the home straight. It's versus Hegster. We're just about to come on. Hegster is just... Hegster might be just outside DRS. No, I think he's got it. Let's have a look at Hegster.
I tell you what, just behind him though, Jim and Colm. Colm's gone defensive. Jim's got the DRS, but I don't think he's got enough. Colm's
tight angle for
absolutely fantastic.
Colm. Tight for Colm's entry though, so the exit could be good for Jim. On board with Jim
but if
now.
you can keep it around the outside around turn 4, you'll have the inside line for turn 5. Oh, I think Colm's done enough. Oh my God, Jim almost hits him.
Always remember the Hamilton move on Bottas there was absolutely incredible a few years back. So where are we now? So we've got Jim all over the back of Colm. We've got Mo on the back of his teammate. We've got Matt Dixon now on the back of Wolverine. We've got
Camboy in the back of Matt Dixon's ran out of the DRS though. He's used it all already.
Yeah, Matt Dixon's on 13%.
Matt Dixon's on the inside. Wolverine went wide and ran the outside turn 10. Absolutely fantastic move.
Give Camboy a run now.
He's not going to have DRS down the straight. Wolverine will have it. Matt Dixon's away. He just said, yeah, you're too slow for me today.
Even with DRS, Camboy's got so much more ERS that he can use to deploy. Simple overtake there for Camboy.
Yep, he's got the move done.
Rabsy's closed the gap to within DRS now on Dave, so he's going to get DRS on this lap.
Liam going round the outside of Forsman after the chicane, into the crash chicane, still side by side.
On board.
And round the outside and in the inside. It's a great move by Liam. Set that up going into the chicane. Oh, I'll tell you what, Forsman's going back. And oh my God, the feature. Liam has wing damage again.
I don't think there was anything wrong with what Forsman tried then, to be fair. I think that was an okay move.
I think Liam was shocked that he went for the move back.
Ramsey's really pulling on Dave now. I wonder if Dave's the pressure of leading out front is getting on.
Jim and Colm. Jim and Colm. The 10th. Oh my God, so much going on.
Stoffex is just behind him now, he's reeled him in.
I was going to say, Stoff has caught up to him. This is great stuff. Right, where's Rabsy and Dave on track? You've got to try and keep up with it all.
I know, yeah. Rabsy was 1.2 seconds behind a couple of laps ago, and he slowly but surely brought him in. Dave is using his ERS, he's down to 30. Rabsy has got double the ERS and in DRS zone now, so is Rabsy playing the long game here.
Right, Jim is going. He moved to the inside at the end of the DRS straight. He's got the inside line for the tank chicane.
Difficult to overtake on the inside, I think.
Colm's gone wide.
He's got to push him wide. Colm's got to push him wide.
Oh, Jim's got the move done. He went too wide, yeah. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Good move by Jim.
Right, here we go. Rabsy. He's coming onto the home straight. He's half a second. That Red Bull double. He's not using it. He's playing a clever game here. Rabsy.
He knows he's too far back. He might be saving fuel.
He's using a little bit just to stay back, and Parker and Hegster behind him. Parker has got Hegster.
Can he keep it in track limits? Oh, he's gone wide. Oh my God, Dexter's got the run on the inside turn 4, Dexter.
Great racing, boys. Keep it up. I love this. This is such a great track for racing.
Can Parker's sat behind. Oh, he's going to be frustrated with himself there, Parker.
Fantastic racing there, you lads. So, up and down the track, we've got battles. We've got Colm, Domican and Liam in the pit. Obviously, we knew Liam had to come back in because of the wing damage, but Colm and Dom have gone pretty early on their medium. Oh, actually, no, they haven't. They've taken a lap early. That's gone 9 laps already. Woof.
Yeah, Rabsy might be just using Dave's DRS to save fuel, which is not always a bad idea to have more fuel later on.
If Rabs wants this win, he pits this lap. He gets that undercut.
No, I think the overcut's more effective. I'd be pitting later. I'd let the first guy pit and then I'd come in about 2-3 laps later.
Parker's
and then you can catch him up.
He's finally made the move stick. Yeah, he's got to now really pull away now because that pink Mercedes is so goddamn fast now.
Rocket point!
Here we go, the boys are going again. Rabs within 4:10.
He's a lot closer this time. He's a lot closer.
A great last corner. Here we go. I think this could be the overtake for the lead.
Exeter's going to come back at Parker as well, just behind it. Keep an eye on the background.
I've got to stay on board. I've got to stay on board with the change of the lead.
You'll see it in the background anyway. There it is.
I can see the lead. Dave's on defensive. Back on board with Parker.
Yeah, Parker's got enough.
He's had enough.
Oh, wait, Ramsey's gone. Ramsey's got it. Ramsey's turn 4.
How's he done that? What happened? I went off.
I think Dave went wide and Ramsey did the switcheroo. Got the inside line for turn 4. Got the move done.
Go on, Rabs. Oh, as a fellow admin, I'm so chuffed for him to realise where he was going wrong with the assist and come back this strong. Fantastic racing by Rabs. I think he has the natural raw pace on Dave. I think he'll pull away a bit now. I actually think they'll both pit though this lap.
Yeah, I'd go for the. I reckon if you want to win, you've got to try something different and just go a few laps later. I always try and do something different.
Oh, look at this. Look at him. We've already pulled out of DRS already in a few corners. Yeah. That Red Bull working very well around here.
I don't know. Dave has pulled it back though. Standing straight.
Well, you know, it's a bit of inevitable with that Mercedes engine.
Unfortunately though, I've got to get my shoes on, get my jacket on, and I've got to go because I've got to get to work.
Mate, thank you so much for joining me in comms today. Really, really do appreciate that. And thanks for everything that you do, mate. And yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow on comms.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing tomorrow. I don't know my votes for next week yet, so I don't know what I can do next week. But hopefully, being Bolton with the highest rates in the country, I might be back in lockdown, so we'll never know.
Listen, nobody wants to wish for that. Just have a good night tonight at work, mate, and we'll catch you again tomorrow. All the best.
Oh, Ramsey and Dave both pitted, you were right.
Yeah, I'm inside. I'm watching them.
Right,
I think
good
Dave's
night and God bless.
God bless.
Okay,
Turn up.
I have to go. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Work calls.
So what's critical right now is Ramsey has come out just behind Camboy, and in between them is a car of Wolverine. Now, I expect Dave to clear in quickly, but it's going to take him a few corners to ensure that he can get past. So this is playing right into the hands of Ramsey here. We've now got Parker, Hegstad, Jim and Milker who have got an extra lap on the soft tyres. Parker, what's he going to do? We heard Paulie talking about the overcut. I'm unsure about that. I always prefer having fresh tyres on my car, but let's see what happens. Dave has already dispatched of Wolverine and will be on the way to chasing Rabs down, but they're coming to pit. 0.8 difference. They've gone out with Rabs 2 seconds into the lead. I'm going to invite my fellow colleague Exo into the party now to help with the comms. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm so pleased on two fronts. My team, Mercedes, doing well. We've got Rabsy in net first place in WNRC. This is incredible. Are you, buddy? You okay, Exo?
Fine, you, Smithy.
I'm over the moon, mate. We've got Rabs in a net first place. We've got Dave in a net second place.
Yeah,
this is incredible.
Look at this. I'm quite sure for Ramsey's personal achievements, must feel absolutely awesome.
He's had a strong race. He was playing with Dave. He was just sitting there with his in DRS doing really well. But look at that, Hegster's come out really far behind. I know Paulie was talking about the overcut, but I just can't see it on this track with the traction zones. You need the fresh tyres.
Yes, no, the fresh tyres are key. I'm quite sure. Look, I think Parker's missed a trick here, staying out a little bit longer. So I don't think that's going to work, because he was very close to Hegster, but we know Parker is quite fast, so I don't think eventually it'll still pass Hegster. So
yeah. Please make sure you've included your audio. I'm sure you
have. Let me just make sure again, but I have. And the tick is there.
I've just noticed Rabsy has just picked up a 3-second penalty. With Dave sitting 2.1 seconds behind. But I do feel Rabsy has got the pace. He's pulling on Dave every lap by a couple of attempts. If he keeps doing that, he's fine.
I'm sure he would be. And I mean, look, Dave does really well with the penalties lately. Yeah. But I'm sure it's the kind of track that he'll do very well to walk away from here without getting a penalty.
I agree. Parker's now in the pit along with Milker. That promotes Team PDN into first place. But as we say, the net first place here on the track is Rabsy, who's pulled another half a second on Dave in a lap. Even with that penalty, at that speed, he's fine.
Yeah.
You're the Racing Point manager, aren't you?
Yes, I am. So I'm hoping my lads are doing well. Oh man, Parker's so strong in that car. So strong. What happened to Camboy? He was fairly far back.
So we started in 11th place due to just qualifying.
Okay.
What happened is he went out on mediums, and with 2 minutes to go, he was in 3rd place. You'd think he was safe, and he finished in 11th in Q2.
Okay,
everyone just felt a lot of pace on the softs. So
on the softs.
Yeah, top 10 were all on softs, and Camboy was 11th.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was a strategic move, which backfired completely then.
Unfortunately, I thought it probably wasn't a bad strategic move, actually.
No.
I think 11th would have been better than 9th or 10th on used mediums.
Yes.
He's now been able to put fresh mediums on. Camboy likes the alternative strategy. And what's great for Rabs is the fact that Camboy is the one in front of him. So if he catches him, you'd expect Camboy to give him the see you later.
Give him the space, yes. I want to just get some information here, because I don't know what tyres these guys are on. Okay. But it seems like it's been quite a lively race if I'm looking at the movements on the track and the guys gaining space. Look at that, Dave going in the fastest lap at 36.1. Wow.
So we've had a few incidents. We had a safety car on lap 1. Unfortunately, we had 4 drivers with wing damage. We then had Forceman versus Liam, which ended in Rams has got another 3-second penalty.
Another 3-second, yeah. Is he going to be kicking himself?
Do you know what? I think in Rabs' mind, and I think the right thing to say, he might have got another warning there, would be, I had you on track. I think Rabs has waited for that moment to say, I had you on track.
Yes.
You know, he wants that, and I agree.
I think so.
But yeah, we've had the incident with Forceman and Liam. Personally, there was no
I
issue
saw
with
that
it.
actually. It was just before I came on. Like 2 or 3 laps before I came on. I was watching the stream, and I saw the incident. It was quite interesting. Are you there, Smithy?
Yeah, I'm here, mate. Sorry, my son has just decided to wake up and say he wants me to give him a kiss. So, you know, I can't deny that, can I?
No, you can't. Of course not.
So this is where Dave from Pride, yes, he can sit there and he's going to win the race. Potentially,
Yes.
but Parker's coming behind. Parker's, you know, he's catched up. He's actually closed that gap. He's going to be on 3 lap fresher mediums as well. And actually, he's closed the gap there by 3 tenths, if not 4 tenths this lap. So if you're Dave, you probably have to get a move on and go for that move. But Dave's used a lot of ERS. Rabs is still sitting there on 50%.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite an interesting race how this plays out, especially with Camboy and Matt Dixon and PDMB. They're not far ahead of them, still needing to pit, so there's quite a lot of movement still to happen.
I agree.
See, Pete is in 8th position. He still needs to pit, so I mean that's going to drop him down quite a fair bit.
The driver I've been really impressed with, and unfortunately the race just hasn't gone for him. Colm qualified in the top 7 in that Williams on softs in Q3.
Oh wow, really? Well done.
Yeah. So,
sure.
Colm, if you watch this back, we have known you've been sandbagging for a few weeks. And now we see the true pace, so thanks for that.
Definitely.
So I'm just on board with
Sure.
Camboy at the moment, who's got Matt Dixon just in front of him. Let's have a look. I think he's got enough here to send it down the outside of this corner, and he's...
Oh, so going to give each other space. That's fair racing there.
It is. I don't mind hard racing.
It's
We
hard
talk about
racing,
this a
yeah.
lot. I like racing like that, but what it has done is brought Rabsy close, which is going to bring Dave close, it's going to bring Parker close, and their battling could actually end that.
Oh, there we go. Camboy decided no, he's going to go for the pits.
Fair
See
play,
if he can
Camboy.
get some. Yeah, because he was clearly faster than Matt at the stage. Maybe going for the softs now and get the cut over Matt Dixon. Even catch BDMB.
Parker only 6 tenths, 4 tenths behind Dave. He's used a hell of a lot of ERS, but so has Dave. Rabsy, although with the 6 seconds, he's looking very comfortable.
He is at the moment, yes. I think this is gonna. I think the battle between Dave and Parker is really going to help Rabsy. It's going to put some comfort in his driving, because he knows now for a moment Dave is going to be focused somewhere else.
I agree. Dave really needs to get that gap under 1 second. So I'm just going to look at Camboy. Camboy's come out 1.4 seconds behind Slater. If I do a quick math calculation, he's probably only about 15 seconds, maybe it's 20 seconds behind Dave. Now, Grimmy last night, albeit in a faster car, was closing down over 3 seconds a lap on the soft tyres. So if he does 2 seconds a lap for the next 11 laps, he could be right up there at the end.
He could be. I think it's gonna come down to how long he takes to make the passes. Does he take his opportunities? So yeah, let's see. He's got Slaternator in his zone. Yes, and he's got a DRS overtake a little bit, just using 5%, and let's see if he makes the pass.
I think I would have used a little bit more ERS. He's broke his wing. See, this is where I know a lot of people say, Stu, you use a lot of your ERS. I know that, but what I want to do, I don't want to be worried about a car in front for the next 4 laps. I'm just going to send it all, because what's happened now, if he would have deployed most of his ERS, that move was complete, and he's done, and before the turn, and he could have technically he dominated that corner basically, but now he's going to pit again, and that's ruined his race completely. And from what I've seen, look, I didn't see all the angles, but that's racing incident to me. Parker's got 3 seconds. That's massive for this race, especially for Dave.
Yes.
Dave right now is net the winner of this race. Grabsy's got Matt. I'm expecting Dave to get Matt down this straight. What's Matt looking at ERS wise? Yeah, I'm expecting Dave down this straight now. Bit of extra traction. The Mercedes engine, he should be blowing past him now.
You should be feeling quite well with Dave.
I am, but I'm still nervous, mate.
At the moment, but he's going to jump. He should jump Matt Dixon now.
Depends if Matt gives him the space.
Matt will not do that. He's going to battle him.
Do you know what, Matt? I appreciate you fighting your position, but I think this is where the racecraft comes in. He's oh my God!
Is Dave's gonna go for it? Dave's gonna go for it. They need to watch out. There's no locking of tires.
This is where I sit down here. This is where I sit down and go, Matt.
Oh, come on, lads.
You're on a completely different strategy.
Yeah, and
Matt's lost wing now.
Yes.
Lads, come on. And this is not me being a Mercedes fan. This is not me being anything, but that's just really poor racecraft in my opinion.
Definitely.
And Parker's got Dave.
Yeah, because Dave was battling and he had Matt Dixon throwing
he's going back
himself
again.
in there again. Oh, going 3 wide through there. This is really compromising Dave at the moment. And Parker. Oh, these guys are going. This is close racing. It's very hard. And all of this battling has now given Ramsey a 3 second lead ahead. Wow, this was exciting.
See, I get that, and it's great that it's given a 3 second lead. But what it's done to Matt Dixon, that's probably lost him 5 or 6 seconds to the people beyond. He's also lost him 5 seconds in the pit stop with his new wing. So you sit there and go, was it worth it all for that 11 seconds?
I don't know. It does
for
not
me,
make
I'm letting
sense.
them pass. I'm letting them pass if we're on different strategies.
Exactly, because you know you're not going to be battling with him at this moment. Let's have a look here. See, Parker's got through cleanly. Dave, that's not smart if you wanted to go on the inside there. And now what's now done is Hexter's now back in the game. Dave needs to just relax, get a proper exit out of the last corner, and take him. Not now, Dave. Oh man. Oh wow. That's unlucky. Dave having front wing damage now. That's going to definitely complicate his race for the rest of the afternoon.
It's frustration, isn't it?
Very, very much. And I'm quite sure Dave has just picked up a warning, corner cutting, and now Ramsey is picking up another penalty. You see now, look at this. Dave does have wing damage, and he lets Hegster through because he knows he is in absolutely no position to race at this moment with that half a win.
The penalty. I suppose Dave now, he comes in, he's going to come out maybe 11.
While I've got you on here now, I understand you're a commentator, but put your team manager hat on here. What would you be saying? What would have you been saying to Dave in this situation?
Patience all day long. I think all I can comment on is what I do. I can't preach, but what I do in situations. I know drivers, especially after you've already seen that it's really hard battle due. Just take your time. You're in the Mercedes. You know for the fact you're going to get him on the next straight. There was no need to be side by side in any of Sector 3.
Yes.
So that's my thought. But again, as I say, he can still come out in a decent position. And Matt Dixon, I'm surprised what he did. It didn't make sense fighting that hard. If he watched his stream back and he's unhappy with the comments that we're making, then more than welcome to have a conversation with us afterwards.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And he's got a 5 second penalty going in.
And Dave is now so frustrated. I can understand where his head's at. Hegster. Oh my man. Sure.
He has to give that position back.
Technically, yes, because he was completely off track. And oh man, it's excruciating watching it as a team manager. So knowing exactly how you feel at this moment, your driver has already paid the penalty for it. It's quite interesting why Matt Dixon has not pitted yet. I mean, he's on 17 lap old mediums.
He must have pitted at the start on a safety car.
Yeah, but these tyres are not going to go to the end. There's no chance. See if Hegster's going to... I think Hegster's got a good mind on his shoulder. He will just wait for the straight again. He needs to remember now, this guy's tyres are not nearly as fresh as his. Get a good exit out of the last corner. Oh, almost lost it there.
Oh my god, that was close.
But it was very close.
There we go, look at the traction.
See, I think he's... but he's still a fair bit.
Yeah.
I think he's saving his ERS. It looks like it. He saw that he wasn't close enough. So no use in using overtake when you know you're not going to make the move this lap.
So Dave is coming up to the back of Liam now.
We've been focusing all on that, and unfortunately, there's a lot of other racing happening as well.
Yeah, I'm jumping around now, so we've got PDN on the back of Slaytonator, who's just got a 3-second penalty. We've got Dave under a second now, behind Sync Liam.
Oh, there's some really interesting places that these guys are trying to make passes at. I sometimes think that I'm a bit soft because I make passes in the more traditional areas of the track, but I also know that I'm not involved in many incidents ever. So I don't know.
There's a time and a place, you know. I've made some interesting passes and interesting defences when it's right to do so. So we've got Dave on the back of Liam now. No offence to Liam. We know Liam's an unbelievable driver, but a Mercedes with fresh tyres.
Yeah,
in realistic, there's just no competition. So Dave's now got 5 laps to probably make 2 seconds a lap up on the cars in front. Can he get himself up to the battle with Mo? So Eggster's just got Matt down the first straight.
Down the start finish straight. Yeah. And now he got a 3-second penalty for his efforts right there.
So with the penalty situations, you've got Rabsy on 9, Parker on 3. Parker's obviously just staying there. He doesn't need to risk any overtake. He's got the win in the bag at the moment. Rabs would still secure 2nd place right now, which would be massive for Rabs, I think, in my opinion. And I'd invite the top 3 in as well.
Definitely. I think that 5-second penalty that Dave now has, I think that's gonna hurt him a lot at the end, because the pack is fairly condensed. There's not a big spread.
Pack, yeah, it's like you'd think there's been a safety car towards the middle of the race, but the safety car is right at the start. The grid has kept this close all the way, so we're going to jump back on board with Jim, Slaytonator and PDN as they go down the back straight here. A proper DRS train. Let's see how Jim gets on behind Mo. Looks like he's closing in. I don't think it's enough for this lap though. Oh, it's such a shame that Dave is this, you know, I'd say even if it was a worst case scenario, 3rd place, just to take the time for
definitely. Because he had a good race from what I saw, and you know what? The only difference was that last turn. Don't try and make a pass down there. Make sure you get a nice.
Oh, sorry, that's Smoke's enforcement. Sorry. Oh, I flicked on too quick, and there was 2 cars in between each other. But Rabs has got Parker back. Very nice move. Rabs wants this on track. I think he needs it on track as well. Come on, Rabs. Off you go. And Dave has got past. Hold on.
Smoke's
so
got
Matt
a
Dixon.
Puncture.
Who? Smokes?
Smoke's got a puncture, yes.
So after all that battling, Matt has decided to pit now when he could have pitted on lap 18 and actually had 9 laps worth of benefit of those softs. That makes no sense whatsoever. I'm sorry, Matt, for saying it again. I'm sorry, but you know, it's not just about raw speed. It's about your race strategy over the course of 27 laps, and that just to me, you've lost 15 to 20 seconds because of your wing, and you pitted anyway.
And you pitted anyway, yes.
I'm sure Dave now is really feeling it.
Smoke broke his wing and then drove over his own wing, and which punctured his right front tyre. That's quite a shame for him as well.
2 laps down at the moment. He's had an absolute mare. He started on the back due to quali ban, which was rightly given at the end. But yeah, but I'm unsure what's happening here. Like Smokes is working really hard. He's trying his best, but in that Mercedes to be 2 laps down with 15 seconds worth of penalties, it's quite difficult to take.
It's just not working. It's just not working. Something's not working.
Parker has got Rabs again. Okay, I'm going to jump on board with Matt Dixon here, especially after the last couple of incidents that we've seen. He's got Wolverine in his sights. Is he going to send it into that corner? No, he isn't. Okay. PDN has got S2RD4 Mo. PDN's had a quiet race, but he's been very solid. He went really long on the medium, 2-3 laps longer than a lot of the other drivers, and now he's sitting up there in 5th place.
Which
Jim
is
has got Mo.
Very decent position.
Look at this
And
battle.
Matt Dixon has passed Wolverine. And we're going to see if Milko's will be able to get Mo as well.
This is a fun battle with these 4 drivers.
Yeah, because Jim hasn't really gotten away from the situation, you know, or PDMB hasn't gotten away, but he is on the fresher tyres, faster tyres, so he should be able to keep that gap.
So I'm board with Dave right now. He's got Slaternator in front of him, down the back straight. Again, this should be, even though he's got minimal ERS, it's fine.
And he's
absolutely
depleting
fine.
his ERS, making
That
the
5
pass
seconds is a killer, because where Dave is right
It's
now,
gonna
he can
hurt
really
him.
gain 2 or 3 more seconds and catch 4 drivers in front if he wasn't for that penalty. It would have been hard,
he must
but
be
no
fuming. So I'm usually in a body with him, so I have a few. I have an insight onto what's happening with Dave at this current stage.
We all learn. We make mistakes and we
definitely.
learn from it, you know. And I think I've had incidents like that before where I've been a little bit impatient, sorry. But I don't think that would do him any favours, seeing Matt Dixon's name come up with fastest lap.
No, definitely not.
So where we're looking in the battle, so again it's the PDN Jim Mo Milker battle, which is probably the most exciting on track at the moment. Rabs has gone up to 12 seconds worth of penalties. However, Hegster's got 6, so Rabs is still going to secure 2nd place at the moment.
Yeah, I would love Hegster to. That's gonna hurt Mo there. Extra 3-second penalty now, where all of them were on only 3 seconds.
That could potentially jump Dave up actually. Oh no, because Dave needs to be 1 second, doesn't it?
Dave,
forgetting he had 5.
Quite a good mention here for Stofts. No penalties yet. Liam, we've mentioned earlier, is an absolutely brilliant driver. So seeing no penalties with him, it's something that we kind of expect. But seeing Stofts in 4th place currently, with a decent lead over BDMB, no penalties.
Yeah, Stoff's been quite a quiet character tonight actually. I don't think it's been one I've sat on board with much. I'm sitting on board with him right now actually. But in qualifying, I think he just, you know, kept his head down, got through. Wasn't nothing explosive, so there's no reason sitting on board. But he absolutely spot on. He's kept his head down. He's had a solid race, and no penalties around here. Is, you know, we've had a couple of practice races. I've had 18 seconds in one and 6 in the other. So yeah, it's difficult.
No, it's hard. Look, he only needs to gain 1.8 seconds in these 2 laps, then he'll jump extra into 3rd place.
Jim's got PDN. Oh, has he?
Oh.
I love these battles on this track. I tell you, so this is race anything to go by.
Stay on the inside. There we go.
Oh, he's backed out a bit there, hasn't he? But it does
Yeah,
mean that
but he had
PDN's gone
to.
well wide.
He's just making sure that he's getting in the corner. There we go. But now he's going to get pushed. Now he's going to get pushed here by Hegster.
Oh, it's great racing, this is, boys. Go on, all the way.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Woo! Great battling, lads. Great fighting. And this has pulled Dave even closer. So Dave is going to jump S2RD4 Mo at this rate. And you know, 1 lap to go. Could Dave actually, like, you know, if he gets enough of a gap? Gotta be careful, Davey boy.
Dave's coming. They thought better of it. But all that did was it. Oh man, Davey boy. It made Milko use a different line and lose DRS.
I'm going to jump on board with Parker. It's not been a race of Sector 2, Forceman's retired, that won't be a safety car with it being last lap. I'm going to jump on board with Parker. He's had a quiet race other than a little battle with Ramsey. We've not been on board with him much, there's been so much action behind, but been a solid race. This guy is getting faster and faster. He won both WNRC last week, he won TNRC last week.
Following up with
decent
another
races
win in
at
WNRC.
And now, back-to-back wins in WNRC. He must be feeling great right now. But what I think he would be thinking now, wow, Rabs is on me. And Dave is on him when Dave is on form.
Yes.
Without any issues. So what I'm going to do, I'm watching Parker come over the line now. Congratulations, Parker. AlphaTauri, back-to-back wins in the WNRC Championship. And Rabsy, oh, that for me, mate, is my driver today. You know, after all the shit that he's had with DNFs and assists and all that, to get second place is brilliant. Hegstad, massive shout, clean race. Stoffex, perfect race for you. Head down, clean race, Stoffex in fourth. Now this is where it's all going to change around. Dave actually passed Milka Mo and Milka did. I think you've got to accept that, Dave. 8th place, considering you had to pit with only 6 or 7 laps to go.
Yes.
You know, very
that's
difficult conditions.
Good result. Good result again for Parker's team, getting 1st and 5th. I'm pretty happy with my team, 3rd and 7th. I think that battle between hurt you and your Mercedes team very much.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with my team because I know that my drivers are better. I've got Smokes who's 2 laps down. There's going to be a conversation with Toto Smith, Mini Smokes, and S2RD4 Dave. Dave, more about just, you know, take your time.
Patience.
Smokes,
I mean, it was literally just get a nice wide angle through that corner. Make sure you get a decent exit and pass him on the straight. It's literally one corner, and Dave had 3rd place or 2nd place in the bag tonight.
He would have had 2nd because of the penalties of Rabs. He wouldn't have needed to pit, would he? And actually, Parker had 6 seconds as well, and Rabs had 12. So actually, he could have built that gap back up. But that's a conversation that we'll have afterwards. What I'm going to do now is congratulate the top 3, which is Parker, Rabs, and Eggster. I'm going to invite you boys into a party now so we can have a conversation. Have you got Eggster as a friend?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see if I can find him.
Invite him. I'll invite the other boys.
I have him somewhere.
Not Rabs. Where's Parker? Why can't I see Parker? Rabsy, please include your audio. Thank you, pal. Just give us a sec while we invite other people in.
Right.
Just waiting for Parker to join. Rabs, chuff for you though, mate. Yeah.
There we go.
I had a little cry to myself a minute ago. Oh shit.
Do you feel like it's coming together for you now?
Guys, remember to add your audio, please.
Done.
Awesome.
So,
okay, Smithy, take it away.
Everyone in, yeah? Hegster's in as well?
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually didn't comment that you was in. Hegster, congratulations, 3rd place. How do you feel that race went for you?
Yeah, it was alright, to be fair. Didn't really have that many battles, to be honest. The boys up front left me for dead. It was just making sure I got the car home. Tried to finish ahead of Stoff as well, because I had a 6-second penalty and he didn't have any. So, but yeah, it was a good race.
Exo, being the team manager for Racing Point, how do you feel he did today?
I'm very impressed, very happy with the result. Obviously, he would have had to be pushing there at the end just to make sure that Stoffs doesn't get too close to him. But I think it's a brilliant result. 3rd place for the Racing Point. Very happy.
Congratulations. Was there any part of the race, Exo, that you thought a podium was possible. You started a little bit further back, didn't you, than the top 3 to start off with? So, what was your aim tonight?
Yeah, well, I mean, usually my aim's just finish in the top 5 or top 10, if that's not possible. But yeah, originally I thought Dave was going to get there, but then unfortunate incident, and yeah, then I took it.
Mate, that's all you can do, you know. You can only race what's in front of you. But
Yeah.
You started third, you finished third. And as you say, it's probably an uneventful race, but that's what we all want sometimes. Sometimes when you're battling every lap, you know, it's hard work. So, yeah, congratulations on third place. Great racing. Well done. And, yeah, fair play to you.
Thank you.
So, on to Rabs. Rabs, fellow admin, up in second. Go on, boy. How you feeling?
I'm overwhelmed, man. Fucking daft. I worked so hard for that. I just wish I hadn't actually had no assists for this whole season. That's really bummed me out.
I know you say it bummed you out, but I really think you've learned a lot through it, and that has made you a better racer. My honest opinion. I know it was a rough season. It was tough, but you've learned a lot through that, and that's all boding well for you. You know, you're getting really good results. When you're in second place, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, I can't echo that loud enough. Yeah, you had difficult races, but you know your car control when we were watching you in qualifying, mate, and watching you for the race was absolutely spot on. And you're right. Obviously, I was. It was a difficult one because I had Dave right next to me. I'm like, come on, Dave. Really, really tough. But mate, honestly, over the moon. Was there any highlight of the race for you?
Taking over Dave, if I'm honest. I think for me, considering he's in a faster car, considering I technically think he's a faster driver. For me, that was something massive for me.
I agree. Not as massive for me when I was watching you. Dave was sitting around about 25-30% ERS, and you weren't using yours. You were just sitting there waiting for your opportunity, and I love that because you show patience, you know. And then also you went, "I've got him this lap," and you took it and you went for it. In comms, I was actually saying, I think Rabs needs to undercut him here and get in, because I don't think he can pass him down the straight. But you,
cheers, pal.
Right then, Parker. Unfortunate qualifying, you know, invalidating onto the last lap, onto the last corner. Started in 10th. Yeah. You must be over the moon, finishing on top step.
Especially after the first lap. I don't know what happened in the 31. I went to brake into the first corner and somebody ghosted straight away, so I'll have to have a look at that. And I don't, if I've caused trouble in T1, I do apologise, but like I say, when somebody ghosted on the apex, it put me off, so I'll probably have to have a look at it. But apart from that, it were good battling, trying to catch up with Dave and Rabs after I got past Egster, and then just nailed on. I went 2 laps longer just to have some fresh tyres at the end, and then I must say battling Rabs, that was very enjoyable because I've not really battled Rabs like that before, but for them 2-3 laps it was basically trying to guess when his ERS were going to run out, and luckily in the end I actually got it.
Yeah, that
I like
turn one's
when you
always
took
difficult.
me. You took me and then I took you back when you went slightly wide. That was nice. I love that.
We caught the end of that.
Yeah. Problem is, it should have been a free car battle for the win, but I'm not really going to say it on an interview, but
yes,
we'll probably find out in a minute.
Too. I actually was thinking about it now because you were involved in that battle with Dave, Matt Dixon, and obviously yourself, and you were sitting there in third place in that situation, and watching it all play off in front of you. You don't want to give some insight into what your thoughts were at that stage?
Well, I don't know what strategy he was on or what his thinking was behind his strategy, because I think he was going to try and take the mediums all the way to the end, but I don't know what he was doing. To be honest, he just held us up. He must have held us up for 2 laps, and he was constantly defending like it was the last lap of the race. And then, obviously, unfortunately for Dave, a couple of laps later, don't know what happened, but he got wing damage.
Yeah, he caught his wing coming into the final straight.
But I don't know about you, Egster, as well, because I know within 2 laps of me going past you, when you got stuck behind him, I was like gone. I was basically gone.
Yeah.
and he's just defending like his life depended on it. And it's
Yeah,
like, if
I
you're going
know,
to do that strategy, just let us pass, because you're just really too slow.
I mean, 2 laps after I got past him, he pitted anyway, which was the frustrating thing for me. But
Yeah.
I mean, you were quicker anyway, but you know, who knows what could have happened.
Yeah, it's a comment that I made on commentary. So when you watch it back, I was very surprised with Matt Dixon's driving there. Just surprised at the fact that if he was going to pit anyway, it made no sense, because he would have probably lost 10 to 15 seconds in all that battle, rather than just pitting, get some fresh softs on lap 17, and have 10 laps worth of advantage of those softs.
Yep.
So yeah, it's interesting that you guys feel the same. I felt the same as well. It's a difficult one, because I don't actually feel there was nothing wrong in terms of what he actually did. I just think it was probably over aggressive, and it didn't make sense in terms of a strategy call. But yeah, it's a real difficult one. But listen, Parker, 10th to 1st. Fantastic racing. Brabs, oh man, honestly, you know when James May talks about this little fizz when he gets in cars like a Fiat Panda, I had that all night for you, mate. So sure. And Hexter, if you wasn't Exo's employee, I'd love you too, but unfortunately you're my rival, so just ain't having it. Congratulations, boys.
First place, good job, man.
Thanks, Mr. Thanks, XO.
Cheers.
Cheers, lads.
Right.
Thank
So,
you
yeah.
everyone for tuning in to the
Yeah.
WNRC Round 4 Russia Auto Drive. Hopefully that's whetted your appetite for Thursday. On Thursday we've got Paulie commentating on the TNRC Realistic Race, and then also we've got obviously SNRC Equal Car Performance right at the end. Anything to add, Exo?
No, I'm just grateful I had a chance to jump on you with you. It was a good battle.